My friend George has been on my back about coming out climbing with him and his friends. We've had a bit of back and forth, and after a bit of banter, I was like, you know what, yep, I'm going to do it, but you know what? I'm not climbing. I'm bringing my camera, and I'm bringing every piece of camera equipment that I can carry.
That's how we do it. Oh, don't get my muffin top, mate.
We're heading to Mount Ninderry now to film, not to film, but to photograph some climbers. It's going to be pretty epic. How beautiful is this? How's this to start your morning? It's going to be a good day. I started climbing about 10 years ago when I moved back to Australia from England. But then one thing led to another and I ended up with this little cheeky devil. Basically what I'm trying to say is I didn't really have any time for climbing anymore.
Oi, what's up?
What are we doing here, George?
We're gonna go climbing. We're gonna have an epic day.
My journey with photography has its ups and downs, just like any other photographer. Sometimes it just comes easy, the light hits just right, and everything just falls into place. Other days it feels like I'm chasing something that's just out of reach. Adjusting settings, adjusting angles, and ultimately adjusting expectations of the shoot. But this shoot, it slides directly into the memory bank as one of those ones that kind of unfolded without incident. However, it was not without its challenges, as there was grueling, thick terrain and unstable surfaces and a slight incline that I had to walk up. It was pretty sick.
Haven't even started shooting yet and lost my shirt. This looks sick, but it is hot.
Now, before we even started shooting, George insisted
my
that I
turn to
climb the wall myself.
Oh,
Just
fuck.
to
You're gonna
get a
save it.
feeling of what it's like to be up there. Remind me, jog the memory, really get me going again, get me excited about it. One thing I did forget about, however, is that feeling when you get to the top of the climb and then it's time to let go. And then you gotta sink, fall back, and go all the way back to the ground and just put all your trust in the person that's belaying you. Now for this shoot, my primary focus was always the climbers. The climbing itself would serve as a backdrop, a secondary element to highlight the character and the emotion of the moment. So to separate our climbers from the background, I used a 120 centimeter softbox with a 600 head. This is homemade, believe it or not. Hold your applause to the end, please. So the way I'd essentially light would be, let's say George here. George is our climber, or not our climber rather, but he's the person belaying. And then I place the light behind, just enough power to kind of carve out the side of their face, carve out the side of their torso, and just have this beautiful highlight roll off that cuts them out from the background. Being overcast on this day, it worked perfectly. It provided this beautiful blank canvas for me to work with. All the light coming in was reasonably flat, illuminated everything, so I could just set my ambient exposure and then just use my strobe light to carve out our subjects. 3, 2, 1, and go. This was one of those rare moments where everything just clicked on the photo shoot. The people, the setting, the light, everything just worked perfectly. But ultimately, it was really just a reminder as to like why I love doing this. Getting out there, meeting new people, capturing real moments, and just learning things along the way. It's a pretty cool friggin' job. And of course, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you made it this far, I assume you like this kind of content. I've got a few other videos on my channel, which is similar to this. I am getting better at what we are doing here, as you'll see the gradual evolution of these videos. On that note, good night, because it is nighttime right now and I need to go to bed. Thank you. Yeah. Holy fuck. That has got to be right there. That was so fucking loud.
What is a ringing?
I was just about to say, now to make it out of here without falling.
Hope you're enjoying this. I am not. I need a hot shower. I am enjoying it. Hashtag gratitude. Hashtag gratitude.
If you stumbled upon this, Could you find the path? It's that way. Just kidding, it's that way.
I'm gonna have to kill a snake, skin it, and piss into its skin.
I'll be angry. Snake country here. And snakes are one of the things that I'm absolutely terrified of.